Hey guys, this is Log of One, and this video is my guide on contracts that were released as part of the Los Santos Tuners DLC. These contracts will be available once you buy and set up the auto shop. Choose whichever location you prefer. The missions are spread evenly across the map, including Sandy Shores and Grapeseed. Each contract comprises of 2 planning work missions and 1 finale. And, for finale, I will recommend to buy and customize the Calico GTF, as it is a good overall choice. Technically speaking, these contracts pay really poorly, so essentially, you are better off making money with the KO Perico heist. However, the idea of this guide is to show how to do the missions easily and quickly with the tips and tricks that I found while playing these contracts. Let's get started. Now, in the bank contract, you will be robbing 6 different fleet of banks around the map. The first planning work, thermal charges. You can equip or unequip glasses to reduce the wanted level by 1 star. This trick will help out a lot in several other contract missions, so make sure to remember it. Now, the second contract mission should be skipped entirely because it basically doesn't do anything special and only delays the police detection by 2 minutes, whereas the entire robbery will take at least 10 minutes to conduct when doing it solo. So, it's kind of useless. The way you skip this mission is by rejoining a session. The quickest way is to set your spawn location to auto shop. Now go to creator, and then to an invite only session. And there you can see that the mission is marked complete. And now, the finale. This is also pretty easy to complete. I will recommend that you park your car inside the Fleeka Bank, so it's easier and quicker to get in and out. Moving on to the data contract. In this contract, you will be stealing hard drives for Avi Schwartzman. First planning work involves you to follow the Skylift helicopter to one of the 3 bunkers. Route 68, Grand Senor, or Grapeseed. For this one, I will recommend you to request the armored Karuma, so it becomes easier to steal the barrage. The second planning work is very interesting. Based on what you do in this mission, will change things in finale. If going solo, just steal 1 armament, like the armored insurgent, that spawns near the Vinewood area, and you should be good. This armored insurgent can then be used during the finale. However, you can also skip this mission, similar to the one with the bank contract. But, doing so, will make it harder for you in the finale. So, skip this planning work, only if you feel confident. Now, for the finale, I will recommend to use the Hustler weapon loadout, and to use the pipe bombs against the half-track, as it's very hard to shoot out the gunner. When the agency deal, you are supposed to raid the IAA facility. In the first planning work, you can either steal the schematics in stealth by stealing one of the trucks and driving it in, or you can just go in guns blazing. Either way, once inside the tunnels, take the picture of this store. And if you are using a small flying vehicle, like the Oppressor Mark II, then you can just fly through this section, without taking the normal route through the tunnels. Now the second planning work and the finale should be pretty straightforward. Take cover, shoot enemies, eat snacks. Nothing special. Let's move on to the prison contract. For this one, you are required to break into the prison and assassinate targets. First planning work requires you to drive Little D to multiple locations. You can just directly drive to the police station without killing any of the gang members. For the second planning work, I would recommend you to request the Phantom Wedge if you have one. And once you have the trailer, you will get a wanted level. You can simply equip and unequip glasses to reduce the wanted level to 1 star. However, the drop location is near Bolingbrook Penitentiary, which can be pretty far from your auto shop, so you can either rejoin the session by setting your spawn location to auto shop. Or you can use an apartment heist invite if you have the apartment close to your auto shop. And now, for the finale, I will recommend to stay inside your vehicle at all times, and have the interaction menu opened up to eat snacks, because once you are inside the prison, you are surrounded by a lot of enemies, from all directions, and there is barely any cover. Rest should be easy. Next up is the SuperDollar Deal. And the first planning work can be done completely stealth. But in case you are detected, you can either request a terabyte nearby, or you can accept and quit any job invite, and instantly lose the wanted level. These tricks can also be used in other preps, so make sure to remember them. The second planning work can be completed quicker if you just killed the hacker. Even though, doing this will get you a wanted level, but you can get rid of it using any of the methods I have mentioned before. Now, for the finale, I will recommend to get the sharpshooter loadout, so you get access to sticky bombs. And once you reach the trailer, before shooting anyone, make sure to place the sticky bombs on it. This is to make sure that none of the enemies shoot the sticky bombs off your hands. And after blowing up the bombs, make sure to have the snack selected in your interaction menu, because the gunners can get rid of your health pretty quickly. Moving on to the E.C.U job. First planning work is pretty simple. You can either do it stealth, by equipping the worker clothes from the nearby van, or you can just blow up everyone. In the second planning work, I will recommend to take the pictures from a distance without getting too close. And then later you can blow up everyone in the second location. In the finale, I will again recommend the sharpshooter loadout, so you get access to sticky bombs. Now before the train is about to reach your location, you should place at least 3 sticky bombs in the middle of train tracks. And as soon as the train reaches them, you can blow them up. This trick makes it a lot quicker, easier, and safer than placing sticky bombs at brake cylinders individually. Just make sure to trigger the explosives at the right time, and place them all at the spot in the middle of the tracks. Next up is the Lost Contract, and in the first planning work, you can either do it completely stealth, by first stealing the Lost Slam van, and equipping the Lost MC outfits. Or you can go in guns blazing. Similarly, the second planning work can be done completely stealth. Or you can blow up everyone. For this one, I will recommend you to use any fast jet like the Pyro, or the Molotov to fly to Harmony. You can simply request any personal aircraft near to your location using this trick. And now you can simply request a Phantom Wedge, if you own one. In the finale, I will recommend to clear out the area first, before entering each meth lab. Finally, moving on to the Union Depository contract. In the first planning work, I will recommend to request BST, if you are registered as CEO. In the next planning work, you need to look for a blue fister in the parking area. Once you identify it, just go near it, and go into hover mode. If you are using a controller, you can press the left stick. And you can do the same, when taking the picture of bank manager. For the finale, I will recommend to get the Hustler weapon loadout. Once you get outside the bank, I will recommend taking this cop car from this location. However, if you are not going solo, then this cop car will not spawn, so just take any civilian vehicle to get back to your personal getaway vehicles. Now that I have covered all contracts, I will go through some tips and tricks that are common among all of them. If you are having issues losing the cops of the enemies in general, then I will recommend calling in the diversion from the support crew options that is accessible from your interaction menu. This ability is useful in almost all contracts. I will also recommend calling in wingmen in case you need help shooting other enemies. This option is very helpful in the data contract and the E.C.U job. Other two abilities are not that useful to be honest, so avoid them. Also, in all contract finale missions, except Agency Deal, Bank Contract, and Union Depository Contract, you can access your Dynasty 8 garages. So basically, you can use personal vehicles like Armored Kuruma or Oppressor Mark II during those missions. I believe this is a bug, and will be patched later, so feel free to comment if and when it is patched. And finally, if you would like to change the list of contracts on the board, you can simply accept any contract from the board, run outside the auto shop, and call Santa to cancel the contract. This will refresh the list of contracts on the board. I also have a much more detailed guide on the GTA Online Reddit wiki page, so feel free to check it out if you would like more information on each of the contracts. This guide took me a lot of time and effort to make. Feel free to like and share if you found this helpful, and I will see you guys later.